Now I'd like for you to do some problems. Number 1 is parentheses 2.4 minus 1.8, close parentheses, and then squared, plus 0.04 times 0.6. Second one, 2.8 plus 1.5 times 2 to the third power minus 0.4 times 3 squared. Copy these problems down. Once you get them copied, cut your tape off and work them. Cut them back on to check your answers. The practice problem answers are 0.384 or 384 thousandths, and the second one is 11.2 or 11 2/10. Let's look at one last problem that involves parentheses, brackets, and braces, and make sure we know what to do with it. If you're copying the problem down, let me read it to you. We have braces and then 0.17 plus brackets 0.4 times 9 plus parentheses 1.4 squared, then close parentheses, well, we're just squaring 1.4. Then we have the bracket closed, and then the braces closed, and then a squared outside the braces. If we were going to do this one, we would go inside the braces, then we go inside the bracket. And look at what we had inside our bracket. Inside our bracket, we don't have any parentheses, because this is just telling us to raise to the second power. But we do have this exponent. So that's what we want to do first. We want to raise 1.4 to the second power. So I'm going to copy the problem down just as it was. The 0.17 plus the brackets, 0.4 times the 9 plus, and I want to fill in this answer. So I need to multiply 1 4/10 by 1 4/10. That 4 times 4 is 16. Carry my 1, 4, and 1 gives me 5. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. So I have 6, 9, 1. I have to count my decimal places. I'm going to have 2 decimal places. So I have 1.96 or 1 96 hundredths. So I want to fill in 1 96 hundredths. So now I close my bracket, close my braces, and put that little 2 back out there. So I'm working in my bracket. So in my bracket, I have 4/10 times 9 plus 1 96 hundredths. So I need to do that multiplying in that bracket. So let's copy everything else down as it was. We still have the 17 hundredths plus the bracket, and I want to do this multiplying. I think I can do it right here. I'm going to multiply 4 by 9 and get 36. And then decide where my decimal should go. Since I just have 1 decimal place here and none in the 9, my answer should have 1. So it's going to be 3 6/10. And then I write plus the 1.96, close the bracket, close the braces, and put the 2 back out here. Okay, I'm getting close to having the brackets finished. Because all I have left now in the brackets is some adding. So we'll come over here and add 3.6 and 1.96. Remember, line up your decimals. we're adding. If you want to put this 0 in up here, you can. 0 plus 6 gives us 6. 6 plus 9 gives us 15. Carry our 1. 1 and 3 is 4, and 1 is 5. And we bring our decimal down straight. So I go back, and I write my 1700ths, my plus, put my bracket back, but finally I can put an answer to the bracket. Inside the bracket will be 5 and 5600ths. Now, still have to write my braces and my squared out here. Now, actually, since I got the answer to the bracket then, I could have dropped my bracket off. In fact, why don't we write it again? And this time, go ahead and drop that bracket off. I have 1700ths plus, since I'm just adding here, and the bracket has nothing outside of it, I'm just going to drop it off and write my 5.56. So my bracket is totally gone. I still have my braces, and I still have my square outside the braces. So now, all I have to do is just add 1700ths to 5 and 5600ths in order to finish my work up inside my braces. So if we come to the side to do that, we have our 1700ths and the 5 and 5600ths. The 6 and 7 gives us 13. Carry your 1. 1 and 1 is 2 and 5 is 7. And then we have 5 and we keep our decimal straight. So we have 5 and 7300ths. That's our answer inside of our braces. Still have the little 2 on the outside. So now we're almost there. Okay, so we finished our work inside our braces, and now we need to move outside of the braces. When we move outside of the braces, we're going to have to do the exponent. We're going to have to square it. So what we want to do is multiply 5 and 7300ths by itself. So we probably should need to come over to the side and do that. So we have 5.73 times 5.73. Three times 3 is 9. 3 times 7 is 21. Carry our 2. 3 times 5 is 15. And 2 is 17. 7 times 3 is 21. Carry our 2. 7 times 7 is 49. And 2 is 51. Carry our 5. 7 times 5 is 35. Plus the 5 would give us 40. Now we have to move over another place and multiply by 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry our 1. 5 times 7 is 35. And 1 is 36. Carry our 3. 5 times 5 is 25. Plus the 3 is 28. So if we add all that up, we have 9, 1 and 1 is 2, 7 and 1 is 8, and 5 is 13. Carry our 1. 1 and 1 is 2, and 6 is 8. 4 and 8 is 12. Carry our 1. 1 and 2 is 3. So we get 3, 2, 8, 3, 2, 9. When we were multiplying, so we have to count decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4. Put our decimal point here. So we end up with 32.8329. Or 32 and 8,329 10,000s. That was a lot of work. If you go back and look at all the steps we went through to finally get to the answer. But they weren't hard steps. We were just following our rule for order of operation and also following our rules for how to add, subtract, multiply. This concludes Tape 19 and our work with raising decimal numbers to powers and following our rule for order of operation and doing decimal problems.